Back in May of 2025, I maxed my RuneScape 3 Ironman. This was a fun 3-year journey that came to a beautiful end. To both my surprise and my delight, I found that Jagex themselves gave me a special congratulations on their news post. This made my achievement feel all that much more special to me, and I absolutely loved it. And while I still plan to play RuneScape 3 and make content on it, I decided I wanted to take a step into making my very own proper old school RuneScape journey. So join me as I go and I adventure back for the first time in 7 years playing old school RuneScape completely solo. I totally didn't just try to log into a 1500 total world with a fresh account. Oh my god, it's been a while. Oh god. All right. Anyways. Answering question. I'm an experienced player, bro. You know, do I want to say I'm brand new? I'm not. I have played in the past, but not recently. It's accurate, I guess. Okay. PK protection on. Always right click. Always left click. Display settings. Resizable classic. Boom. Back in my day, we need to get 2. How much you want to bet you don't burn it anymore? Baby ass game for babies, dude. This is bullshit. It should have burnt on your first try. Literally, liberal propaganda taking over the game again. What can I say? Let's talk to this miner and not in the Diddy way. Oh, you don't prospect anymore. Oh my god, dude. I feel like a boomer. I legitimately feel like a boomer. I'm like, wait, I don't prospect anymore. Gotta smash. I'm gonna smash, dude. Let me smash. Boom, smashed. It's normal size and fully functional. Okay, look. Okay, just stop. Oh my god. When I was a kid, and I'll tell you guys now. This is what I used to do. 1 XP into each one. This is what I used to do as a kid. I'm not even joking. I used to kill it and just switch my attacks out so I get 4 XP in each one when I was a kid. I still remember that. So this way I wouldn't get too much, like, I don't know. I just didn't want to start out with too much XP. Yeah, I was the opposite. I actually wanted to get off to Tor Island as quickly as possible. I did not go. Did the accuracy changed? Because I just 100% hit all of that. Hold on. We're looking these bad boys up. Are they... I gotta make this smaller. Not okay. All right, that's better. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh my god, dude, they changed them. They're not 100%. You now have 100% accuracy on them. That's great. For those who don't know, when something has enough negative stats, you will always hit against them. So that's what they did. They gave them negative stats. Before, you used to be able to hit zeros. Now you can't. Interesting. Very interesting. I did not know that was a change. Holy crap. It is. I am really showing. What the heck? Well, you don't have to talk to the banker anymore? Dude, I don't vote in real life, but I do vote in RuneScape polls because Lord help me. If sailing comes out again, I can't stand it. I'm willing to go through with one sailing, but if it fucking happens again, I'm done. Yeah, you want to hear my most controversial opinion that's going to make everyone get mad? Sailing is our rant with my friends. This shit, I need to drop it. Every time I talk about sailing, I start my rant. Hold on, we have to change our Ironman status real quick. Making my very first hardcore Ironman. It's going to be interesting. Now, I will be honest. The hardcore status is more novelty than anything else. Because I know me. I am going to die to something dumb very early on in the game. And the reason I'm saying that is because I have, every single time I play RuneScape, early on, I die to something dumb. And a lot of times it's intentional because I don't like waiting for the Lumbridge home teleport. So question on your mind is probably, why am I starting old school RuneScape again? The answer, to be honest, is quite simple. And that's that I am a WoW-loving Andy. And currently, the meta for World of Warcraft is to play old school RuneScape. And as a WoW player, I am obligated by my classic Fury my 3 classic Fury Warriors in original classic to follow the meta mindlessly. So that's why I'm doing, like, seriously, guys, what do you expect? Like, I play classic WoW, I played WoW, I've played it forever. I have to blindly follow the meta. Okay, it's just, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. First thing is, if you ever watched my RuneScape 3 series, though, I forgot a fucking tinderbox. I play too much RuneScape 3. Can you tell? If you've ever watched my RuneScape 3 series, you probably know that I followed a guide at the very beginning of my series and then eventually stopped. This is not going to happen this time. I am not going to be following some efficient guide. I'm just not going to do it. Instead, I'm going to be doing my own little path. I'm going to be doing my own journey, my own path, my own stuff, etc. Because I want to have fun. And I think that's the biggest thing I can do in old RuneScape to kind of come back, because I want to, everyone's coming back to it at the moment, so I figure I might as well myself, right? And give it a shot again. So that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to make my own path, do my own thing. I have my own, oh my God, hold on one second. Sorry, I did change the world switch notification because that was going to bug the crap out of me. Anyways, and so I'm just gonna make my own journey. I'm gonna plan my own stuff. I already have a little bit of a game plan sorted. I'm gonna make my own game plan. I'm not gonna be following a guide. I'm not gonna be doing what is the most efficient way to do things. I'm just gonna do things in the way I want to. I do know a fair bit about current stuff in old RuneScape because I have been catching up on a lot of the updates in general, and everything that's happened on my main and talking to my friends. So I am aware, and I've come up with a little bit of a game plan. I'm still working it out in like more fine details, but I have a general path, and I'll go over that in a minute. For now, I'm just gonna be doing some fire making. I want to get my fire making up to 15 up here, so that's what I'm doing. Anyways, I digress. So I want to do that. This can and honestly will be fairly inefficient overall. I'm going to try to be as efficient as I can, kind of planning myself out, but I'm also not going to do things to kill myself. There's going to be a lot of things, especially right off the bat, where you're going to be like, why are you doing that? That's not efficient. You shouldn't even bother with that. You, as a hardcore Ironman or this or that or the other, you should do this, that, and the other. I don't care. So there's that. I just don't care. I am a hardcore Ironman, and I'm willing to, I will be honest, I am probably going to, as a hardcore Ironman, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I am fairly likely to lose my status very early on in this first episode because I'm going to do something risky that's 100% intentional. But anyways, I digress. Going to my next thing. The second thing I want to mention is that, oh yeah, it was the RS3. So I'm making this thing on hardcore. Kind of talk about it, my reasoning. I've never made a hardcore before, and I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun, mostly because I don't really give a shit. I think is the biggest thing. And also because I'm just going to be honest, if I make it past this first episode with my hardcore Ironman status, that is longer than I plan to have it because I am fully expecting to lose it in like a little bit here. Like for you guys in the video, it's probably going to be like a couple minutes from now. Anyways, what I'm currently working on, my biggest first main goal I want to accomplish, my first big main goal I want to accomplish on this account is to get the Barrows gloves. I feel like this is a very good starting point, especially in old school, because this gives you like the second or third best in slot gloves for old school, which is crazy. And you get a lot of quests done that you're going to want to get done anyways. So I'm just going to go do that. I'm not going to be doing only stuff pertaining to doing Recipe for Disaster, obviously, but that's kind of the big overarching goal I want to eventually get to. So there's that. First thing I want to do, pretty obvious here, I want to go and get my fire making up to level 15, lighting these logs and burning them, or lighting these logs and just, you know, hopping worlds. So I'll catch you guys when I'm done. Already level 7. It's like halfway there, right? And I'll just catch you guys when I'm done. So see you guys in a minute. Be interesting. I will be honest. It is going to be interesting adventure. I have a lot of things I want to do and a lot of things I'm going to intentionally avoid that'll make people mad because they're gonna be like, why aren't you doing this content? And my answer to that is going to be, I know how to do it. I just hate it with my full-hearted guts. And there's a couple pieces of content like that, and we'll address it as we get to it, but it's too early to address that stuff yet. Just too early. I think we're almost done. Yeah, we should be done here after this one. And big bam boom bada bam. Level 15 fire making. Level 15 fire making, that means we can now do oak logs. Yay. We do not have a knife. So okay, so what I'm gonna do, actually I need to pick this up. So I'm gonna pick up these logs and this hash, and I need at least one of them. I'm gonna pick up these logs. I'm just gonna world hop, and I'm gonna throw them in my bank, and I'm just gonna repeat this until I have 121. I had to look at my sheets. I had to look because I did the math earlier. So I'm gonna keep basically doing what I was doing, but I'm gonna collect 121 logs. They should be like about 5 inventories. So this is gonna take a while. It's actually gonna take a little bit longer than what's it called? Than fire making, but that's fine. So I'm gonna do this real quick. I'll catch you guys when I'm done. And this will be enough to eventually get us to 15 fletching, but we will talk about that much later. This is more set up for the future than doing, or not future, but for the near future than immediate. So catch you guys in 1 second. This actually did not take that long. Mostly because I guess I wasn't having to light them. So there you go. 140, that is 19 over what I need. So that is, I believe, everything I wanted to do ahead of time. I keep going to the wrong tab. I do need to cut them. That is no rush. This can be done anytime. I just wanted to at least get the logs done. That's the time-consuming part. So give me 1 second to check my list. Okay, I want to start a bunch of quests that are eventually going to get done, just not right away. So let's go do them really quick. I'm gonna need. Well, I can thieve. Actually, I can thieve. Yeah, never mind. It's gonna work out. Let me go do this. So first things first, we're gonna start this quest. Rune mysteries, real quick. Start rune mysteries. He's gonna tell us to. Oh God. Sorry. I'm done. All right, but we're gonna start rune mysteries. Start the quest over here. Okay, talking to this guy. We're gonna look for a quest and something. Yeah, start quest. Boom. We're gonna start rune. We're gonna start this quest. I think I actually can disable this on rune mysteries. Actually, hold on. That's a lie, actually. It's used for like a couple of quests, and that's it. All right, so we're gonna talk to this guy. Oh, I need to grab these gloves as well. Father Alex, let me talk to you. He's got a ghost haunting his graveyard. Sigh, amulet. Cool, I don't care anymore. All right, let's grab this. Boom. Sadly, even though we're right next to the Lizard Tower, we're not going there yet. So we're gonna head back. I guess we'll equip the water. It's just not that big of a deal. Spot. Boom. And now we gotta go do this. I have quest helper because I've already done these quests a million times. Not all of them, actually. I might turn them off for later quests that I've already not done, like new quests, but at least 20 GP. We don't need to, but we should. Boom. There we go. Okay, boom, quest done. No, thank you. And we're gonna put this on thieving. I know a lot of people may get mad, but this is intentional. For thieving, I basically skip the early man thieving, which is super annoying in my opinion. Talking about, I was gonna get this for the Black Knight quest, but then I just realized after I failed 2 times to pick the freaking cabbage, that I can just go and do the Black Knight quest. Yeah, if you ever want to pick cabbage, go to a free-to-play world because apparently you just get fucking cabbage seeds. But we're gonna come here. We're gonna get the snape grass. We might die. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Interesting. Yeah, I need one of these. How much you want to pay? How about 20 coins? Boom. That's fair. Okay, cool. You need to tell me. Or we'll get Ghost Moth. We don't need this. We're good. We don't need this many, but it's better to be safe than sorry because I don't remember what quests, how many I need. I know of only needing like 2, potentially 3 total, but I think 4 is good. Okay, now that I'm at Draenor, I'm going to be doing agility. Yeah, you heard me. So if you climb, you only need 1 agility now. This is something I found out recently. But if you climb up here in Draenor and you follow these obstacles, you'll actually be able to level up your agility. And this is the first rooftop course. So going to be doing this all the way up to level 20 agility because that's when we get the next agility course. So this is really awesome. I actually strongly recommend doing this on a fresh account. I really do because agility makes a huge difference. There is an entire spreadsheet up and I actually am going to go over it. For anyone who's new, we're about to go over the agility, how they matter. So OSRS agility. 1 second to get the new course. Boom. Okay, cool. So we come here, you can see from 0 to 9 is default, and we're going to be on default. We don't have this one. So it's 6 minutes, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to get from 0 to 10, or for 0 to 100. If just by getting to level 10, we lower that down by 25 seconds, sorry. And we are now able to do it in 6 minutes, 15 seconds with a default of 6.25. Then if we get up to level 20, which is what we're aiming for initially, we lower that down from 640 all the way down to 5 minute 52 seconds. We're almost cutting a full minute out of the way of our regen by simply going and getting 20 simple agility levels, which is what I'm aiming for. Long term, obviously, we want to get higher, but to start out with, this is pretty good. So this is what I'm going to do. And as you can see here, Graceful is useful for regen, but it is what it is. Figured I'd show you guys. Anyways, I'm going to do this for a while. I'll catch you guys when I'm done. Okay, I was not recording. Well, I was recording, but I was talking about something, and so I'm going to delete that clip. But anyways, we got 20 agility, which is very nice. We got 9 marks of grace. So that was really, so that's really good. So I like that. I think oh God, we're up. I think the next thing on my to-do list. Yes. Let's go do Restless Ghost. Let's go knock that out. So let me go knock that out. Okay, I think this is the end of the quest. Boom. Yes, this is it. Woo! This is Restless Ghost completed. This is going to give me some prayer XP, which is fine. We're not trying to make it pure. And boom. Level 9 prayer and quest completed. Very nice. Oh my God, I forgot. Holy crap, I completely forgot to do this. All right, I gotta go back to I gotta go back to the Wizard's Guild. I completely forgot about it. Oh my God, I'm an idiot, dude. Literally, I tried to be efficient and I completely forgot to do one of the key things to being efficient. That is hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God, I feel like such an idiot. This is not intentional. I just feel so fucking dumb. And I just realized it because I looked at my sheet and I saw the note and I'm like, oh my God, I completely glossed over it. Okay, I want to go and I finished getting the research package because I completely forgot. And I'm going to get 5 thieving really quick. Boom. Level 5 thieving. I can now thieve from cake stall, tea stalls, and crafting stalls. That is the entire reason I did. We get 33 coins. Hell yeah. I'm actually going to make myself all the way over to Varrock because I want to get myself some cake. I need some juicy cake tea. I should get cake, but we're going to get tea for what I want to do. So let me head on over there. I'm going to get some tea. I'm not going to get much. I'm going to get like an inventory or two, like maybe 1 inventory, but let me head on over real quick. So I want to address something. I'm just walking around just to give you guys some scenery while I talk. Why am I playing a solo Ironman rather than playing a group Ironman? I love playing a group Ironman in RuneScape 3. Heck, I even made a group Ironman a year ago in old RuneScape. So why am I playing a solo Ironman rather than playing and continuing the group Ironman and stuff like that? Well, I am playing the group Ironman, but that's a non-video thing. And it's because I realized something. And that's that the last time I tried to play old school RuneScape completely solo was 7 years ago. 7 years ago. I tried to play old RuneScape solo. That's when I started. And it's been that long. And that's when I realized, man, what has happened? Seriously, what has happened? Here I am trying to play this game with groups. I shouldn't do that. I should be playing solo. That's how I started this game, and that's how it should be, right? I feel like old RuneScape thrives its best when you are playing the game as a solo Ironman, adventuring with your own journey, trying to accomplish your own goals, accomplish your own adventures, but sharing a world with other adventurers. Maybe doing some tasks with other people, but not sharing a journey together. That's not something I enjoy. I learned that when I was playing my group Ironman. Nothing against my group. I think they're awesome and I really like them. And I will continue to play that character. But I haven't taken on a solo challenge in old RuneScape in nearly 7 years. What am I doing? Let's go do it. And the influx of everyone trying old RuneScape recently made me want to do that, right? Seeing all the WoW players take on old RuneScape made me realize, why don't I do that? Okay, so first thing I did was actually grab some iron bars. There's an iron bar spawn here. I hopped a couple of rolls. It's fine. Just snag them. I'm going to restore my stats like I showed earlier by coming over here to the pool of refreshment and just clicking here. This restores your stats pretty chill. For those of you who don't know, I think I showed it before, but in case I didn't, this is the Ferrex Enclave. You get here by taking the Clan Wars teleport in your grouping tabs by clicking here, click on the group tab, click down here, Clan Wars teleport. It takes you here. This is a really good hub. Just to quickly show you guys, you can take a portal over here to Clan Wars. I think it's over here, and this will take you over to the other side of the map to here. And then you can have access to this other side of the map without having to run through White Wolf Mountain, without having to pay a charter ship fee. It's a really good way to get here. The other thing that's really good is if you make dueling rings with 27 crafting, you can make, I'm just showing this off to show off new players, emerald rings, and then enchant them with 27 crafting with 1 cosmic, 3 air. You can go and teleport here 8 times per ring, 8 charges per ring. 1 teleport. You can teleport here and other places, but you can teleport here, and you can use this pool of refreshment as many times as you want. It restores all of your stats and everything back to base value. It turns everything in base value with the exception of your spec bar. I think the spec bar is the only thing that isn't changed. Anyways, that all being said, I'm going to bank these. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to get myself a looting bag. There's a couple of ways to do this, but the easiest way I find to get looting bags is coming out of here. You do get a PvP warning. Please make sure you know that you're in a PvP area. People can kill you, and if you do die, you will lose your hardcore status. So if you're a hardcore. If you're a regular player, you can lose items, but you keep 3 items. But it's to kill these rats. I like to tag them all for now and just kind of knock them out. They won't do damage to you, but they have like a 1 in something chance to drop a looting bag. I got super bad RNG. I went like 3 times over the drop rate. It's 1 in 15, and I killed like over 40. Anyways, when you're done, you want to go and grab your looting bag, and I like to have it open. So this way, when you have it open, stuff will automatically inventory. So you got to be a little careful here. So what I like to do is I like to run here and go this way. And if you come here, you can kind of stick to this side, and you won't really get attacked by anything. And then you come to here. From here, you then want to hug. It doesn't matter. I'll keep them tight. You then want to hug this wall. And you see I have the tile marked. You're going to see here there are steel plate legs. This is what we're going to be grinding for. These steel plate legs sell for 550 GP each. This is also why we brought food, because not only will the spider, but also some of these guys will attack you. So you can pretty much just pick them up, run over. I guess I didn't pick it up. You just run over, go, pick them up, and then come over here. Now, don't worry. Enemies aren't always going to be in here. So you just come over here. I like to stand over here. This is pretty safe. Enemies won't always be inside, and you just hop worlds. And you continue this. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a good chance you will get PK'd. It's pretty common for people to have low-level accounts PKing here, because a lot of Ironman, hardcore Ironman, etc. like to camp here. You'll see, like as you see here, like it's already, the world stuff's already taken. So we're going to come here. We're just going to go to a random world, and we're going to hop. And you can even do this in free-to-play. Free-to-play worlds do have these, though. Obviously, it's way more packed. You'll find it's a lot easier to get them when there's enemies inside, but you also have to hop. I'm not going to do this too crazy. I remember one time I did this for like 300k or something crazy. Sorry, I pressed the button. I did this for like 300k or something insane. So I'm just going to see how many I can do. If I die, I die. I'm not too worried about it, but it'll be nice. Like I said, it'll be nice to keep my status. So I'm going to go do this for a while, and I'll catch you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I definitely didn't bring enough food. The monsters were a little bit more annoying than I thought, but that's fine. I got a full looting bag and then 5 extra. So I got 23 total, or 33 total. That's good. If we times that by 5, I think that's like, you get about 550, right? It's not exact, but I think it's about 550. So 550 times 33. It actually might be a little bit more, but that is about 18k we've gotten. That's good. That is solid. Most people would call it there. I risked my hardcore status in the wilderness. I don't think I've lost it. I might be blind though. I've risked my hardcore status in the wilderness. I didn't lose it. I didn't lose it. I didn't lose it. Great. End it here. Go back to being safe, right? Nah, fam. I want more. I got enough tea for a while for more trips. We're going to do this. I think instead, though, I'm going to bring like 6 tea rather than 4. I really don't want to speak too soon, but so far I have not ran into any competition doing this. I think there might be like one other person doing it. And if there's like one other person doing this, or even two other people, you can get like different log cycles and just completely avoid each other. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for now. We have 191 steel plate legs. I'm not going to show you guys how much money this is, even though you probably already know. Instead, I'm going to teleport to I'm going to teleport to Alcarid because there's two things I want to do there. First and foremost, I want to sell the plate legs. And secondly, I want to go and level up my agility to 30 because I want to finish 30 agility so I can go to Varrock and level up my agility there. So gonna do both of those things. This is why I did this now because I knew I had to go to Alcarid anyways for these legs, which is why I didn't want to like, grind out there because I knew I was gonna have to. So we're gonna head there and I'll take you guys to Louis legs myself. So if you run into here to the gate, pay your 10 GP. You don't have to pay GP if you run around. You come here, you can go around for free, but honestly, just pay the 10 GP. It's worth it. And we're gonna come over here, and if you come to this world or this shop over here, if you sell items to specialty shops, is what I like to call them, they will buy them for more, even more than a high occ value. If you, depending how many you sell. For example, there's two here, so I can value this and see they sell for 650, and their high occ value is actually 600 each. So by selling, if I were to sell, for example, like 5, you'd see, boom, I got a bunch of money, still selling, still selling for high occ value. So I sell 5 more and boom, there you go. So I do that, and now we can see value they're selling for below high occ value. So I basically sell these for occ value by double clicking or by selling them or slightly more than a high occ value. So I'm just going to do this for a while and I'll catch you guys when I'm done. I'm just going to sell 10 per world, hop, and then repeat over and over again, and I'll catch you guys when I'm done. Okay, about to sell the last pair. I'm not going to hop worlds for one. 114,000 GP from that. That took, I don't know, probably, I didn't actually time it. I think that was like a half hour to an hour to do. Pretty good, pretty worth it. I did not lose my hardcore stats either. I'm not going to lie. This was where I thought I would lose it the most. But while we're here, I want to spend a little bit of money. We're going to buy some things that I know I'm going to need. I'm going to buy 100 thread. That'll probably last me forever. A chisel. I'm going to buy each one of these molds because I know I'm going to need them eventually. The bolts I don't need. A bracelet mold I will need. So I bought all these. I know for, not a fact, but I know pretty decently I'm going to need them. So we're going to go snag that. Let's go over here and do this. I'm actually going to buy some silk as well because I got this, got that. I think I have everything I care about. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll buy a cake tin actually. I think this is actually used in a couple things. And I think we're good. We'll buy a couple of pots just to be safe. Oh, I don't know if I have enough buckets for general stuff. I'll just buy 5. I'm not spending crazy money. I'm just getting general supplies while I'm here. But I do want to get some silk. So I know I'm going to need some in general. And yes, I know I can thieve some. But having some on me will be good. They're only 3 GP. Okay, this sounds good. So boom. Got one. I'm going to buy a couple because I think I need at least a couple here. I know I'm going to have to thieve them later for levels, but yeah. Might as well. Boom. And then just because I'm here, you can see if any of the gems are available. Traditionally, you don't really want to buy gems. I'm just going to see if these are all. Yes. I'm not going to hop worlds, but I just figured I'd get a couple just to have them. There is a way better shop to get gems that I'll show you guys later. But for now, I just figured because I was here, I might as well check. It's always worth, in my opinion, if you have the funds for it, it is always worth checking to see if you can buy some emeralds and sapphires and rubies. Those are really, really worth it to see if you can buy them. Typically, I don't think you can buy rubies there, but you can buy sapphires and emeralds. So those are always worth it. So that, and as you can see here, our 54 GP cash stack has now gone to 113K. Very nice. So I'm going to go do some more agility. I don't want to bore you guys with it. I'll catch you guys when I'm done. This day has been fairly boring. I do apologize, but I do think it's worth it because we're going to get a lot established. And once I'm 30 agility, I'm good for now because then the next place I need to go is Varrock, which we will go after this. But like, okay, I turned off 117 HD, which is how my game was looking so different. It's a plugin in RuneLite. Let me know what you guys prefer. I personally prefer the regular art style. I had it on because I thought people might like it, but I'll be honest, I kind of didn't like it, so I turned it off. I might end up doing what I just like if I don't have any definitive answers or if everything's split, but I figured I might as well ask you guys what you guys prefer looking at, whether it's 117 HD or this way. And before anyone asks, no, I'm not turning on animation smoothing. That like it hurts my brain for some reason. I just can't imagine old RuneScape with smooth animations. It just feels weird. I'm sorry. I know some people love it, but I personally can't stand it. That being said, I will use 117 HD. I don't have too much of a problem with it, but if you're going to give me my personal preference, I kind of prefer the regular art style. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll probably just do whatever because I'm fairly indifferent. Like I said, I do have a small preference. I think this is it. Boom, baby, 30 agility. This went super fast. I was editing the video, and I'm not even done editing yet. I was almost at the point of where we are now, which is good in editing. But yeah, it took me like, I've only been doing this for like 45 minutes. Pretty awesome. I do enjoy that. Obviously, I'm not being as efficient as possible because when you edit, you have to. I'm not super AFK. So there's that. There's another thing I want to do while I'm in the area. So I actually want to head the Drain War. So, because I have the money, so I'm going to go do that. Let me, in case anyone wants to keep count, I'm at 20 total marks of grace. 10 from Lumbridge, or 9 from Lumbridge, 11 from Alcarid. So, okay. Okay, what I wanted to do here, I also forgot to do something on Lumbridge. I have to go back. I'm going to go to Diango, and I'm going to get 2 things. One that might seem weird, but hear me out. So I want to go and buy the Cursed Goblin Staff. For those of you who don't know, this has no magic bonus on it, but still acts as a staff. This is a very good splashing staff. I'm probably not going to take advantage of it, but I want to have it just in case. It's also only 45 GP, so I don't care. And then I'm, of course, going to buy myself a Chronicle, and then I'm going to get myself some cards. I'm not going to go too crazy here because these things can be expensive, but we're going to get ourselves, I want to say about this many is good. Yeah, 46. That'll be good for a while. And then if I ever need more, I can buy more. I just don't want to go too crazy. Also, what's really awesome about the Chronicle is you can just have it on your offhand. You don't have to have it on you. So there we go. Anyways, I'm going to go knock out Cook's Assistant. I meant to do this earlier and I completely forgot. Let me go do this real quick. Okay, I got everything. Oh, real quick, just because I feel like a lot of people don't know. You can get everything for Cook's Assistant right here. You don't need to leave this area. I see a lot of people run like over here, come over here, go over here. You literally can just go, you get the wheat from here, turn it into the thingy, into flour here. There's a dairy cow right here you can milk, and then there's an egg spawn right here, and then you can just run back. I don't know who needs to hear that, but in case anyone wants to know a faster way to Cook's Assistant, you can do that. I'm sure there's faster ways, but that's just how I know how to do it. I figured I would let you guys know. Oh god, I keep forgetting it does. I might want to turn that off, but for now it's fine. Let's, I guess, do this, and then boom, Cook's Assistant completed. Level 4 cooking, woo! And then yeah, that's it. We gotta go do what else we're gonna do. All right, cool. Let's do Varrock. There's a couple things I want to do Varrock, so let's go to Varrock. I may or may not have forgotten to get more than 1 bucket of milk, so when I was doing the Cook's Assistant. So I'm going to go and get myself 3 because I know I'm going to need at least 2 more, and a 3rd can't hurt. Actually, I think I need 3 anyways for total questing that I can think of off the top of my head. So I feel silly, but you know, people make mistakes when they don't look at their carefully designed spreadsheets that they spent hours working on going off. All right, while we're in the area, we're going to do Gertrude's Cat. This is hands down the best quest in the game. Hold on. I need to change this. 1 second. Okay, now it should no longer open the sidebar. It should, yes. Okay, cool. It still opens here, which I want, but it does not open on the sidebar. Perfect. That's literally exactly what I want. I want this to be here. I just don't want the sidebar. I'm trying not to use the sidebar as much. I have a bad habit of using the sidebar all the time, and it kind of, I don't know. I like the way the screen looks without the sidebar. But when it opens up, I end up using it way too much. So, all right, let me go knock this quest out. Damn, first crate. Bad RNG in the looting bag. Good RNG on the kitten. I will take that. Not gonna lie. And boom, Fluffy, go bye-bye. Gertrude's Cat is basically complete. But I want to do 1 more quest before I leave. So, let's go before I turn in this one. So let's go do that. If it's not obvious what it is, you'll find out soon. So let me head over there, and then, yeah, let's do the next quest. In case you're wondering why I'm walking back, even though I have Chronicle Teleport. Yes, Chronicle Teleport is faster. here, run, that is fast return the quest, but we are not done yet in this area, so I don't want to like head back before I'm done. We have plenty of things to do in this part of Iraq, so that's why I'm not there yet. Anyways, first things first, we gotta head to the estate agent to pick up our next quest. If we look on our map here, you can actually see quests. So if we come here, there's a, oh, I guess it's not there. I thought it would be there, but there's a quest here. I don't know why it's not marked on the map, but there's a quest here called Daddy's Home. We have to talk to Marlowe. Here. Let's talk to him. Boom. Oh, while I'm right here, I'm actually also gonna buy this. Some of these. You can buy Rotten Tomatoes here. We need this for a quest. We need one, so we're gonna buy one. Shouldn't be too expensive. So this quest, Daddy's Home, is like a tutorial to construction. It's meant to teach you about it. I already know how to do construction, but if you haven't done it yet and you have the disposable income and you're new, I suggest doing the quest. It does require a little bit of money investment because you need to make the planks, get the nails, just get the general equipment. But like I said, it does teach you about construction, which is, you know, it's nice. It's not like in depth, but you read the text, it does teach you a little bit. Okay, so I talked to this guy now, and the quest should be done. It got me all the way up to 650, actually, level 8 construction by doing this, which is nice. The best part is I think it gives you a house for free. Let's talk. Can you move my house? Yeah, I already have a house now. It gives you a house for free. So it saves you like 2K that way. And you also get supply. This is the best part about doing it, by the way. You get steel bars, which is actually useful in the future. You get your oak, you get your regular planks back, you get old planks, you get your bolts cloth back. You basically get everything you put into it back and then some. You get a free Falador teleport and some home teleports. These two are really awesome. I end up using these very quickly, and I probably will. Okay, this is Gertrude's cat. Now, there's an RNG chance of getting a pure white cat, which is what my kitty cat, well, not pure white, but I want a white cat because that's what my kitty cat is. You get an RNG chance at a cat. You can always ask for a new color or get rid of it and ask for a new one. But, I mean, boom, cooking. And the reason I did this, you get 13 cooking. Very nice. Let's look here. Kitty cat. Over here. I mean, it's not my cat, but it's close enough because he has gray, a lot of gray now. When he was a kitty, he was white, but he has a lot of like dark. Oh, I remember now. We're gonna spend a lot of money. So the amount of runes I'm gonna get actually changed. So what's funny is when I was going and planning this, I don't know why I talked to you. When I was going and planning this, I actually, I didn't plan on having the 100K. It wasn't until I started playing that I realized this is a way better plan. So I kind of changed things slightly. So we're gonna buy a Staff of Air. And I want to, just because I have a lot of money, I'm going to get one of each. Normally, I would only get a Staff of Air and maybe a Staff of Fire, but I'm going to get all of them just because I can. And then from here, we're going to go over here to do two things. We haven't done this yet, so we're going to head over. I should have done this earlier, but it's fine. We're going to head over here to Aubrey. We're going to do the last portion, or the second to last portion of the Rune Mysteries quest by talking to this guy. I've been sent the package for you. Dragon Home, Wizard Tower, boom, boom, boom. And then finally, yes, he gives you his notes. You got to take this back to the Wizard Tower, which we can do eventually. And then from here, what I want to get, we have infinite air runes with that. So I'm just going to buy myself at least however many this is. I honestly didn't count. It's not that big of a deal. 2,200, that should be good. And then I'll buy myself 1,000 airs. I know I'm spending a bunch of money, but this is useful. 1,000 airs. We'll get 5 of each just to be safe. This will be good for, I got way more. I got 16 because I also realized, yeah, I just realized a bunch of stuff. I need to make red berry pies for stuff, and just having extra red berries in general isn't a bad thing because again, red berry pies for a couple quests, I could potentially burn them. So rather than making the like 4 potions I was planning, you know, I'll make the 4 not potions, 4 dyes I was planning, and then Just figured I might as well. Boom, boom, boom. And I think that's everything. Yes. All right, cool. Let me go knock out Romeo and Juliet really quick. And this is Romeo and Juliet completed. The entire point of this quest is the 5 quest points. That's literally it. Okay, I'm gonna go get. I have a little bit more tea in my bank, not much. I'm gonna go grab it, and then I'm gonna go and do some agility. I want to get up to level 40 agility here before I leave Varrock. Not permanently, obviously, but before I move on to my next area. So I want to go do that. So I will catch you guys when I am done. Let me go do this actually. Roomlight lied to me. It said I had one more lap to do after this. 40 agility has been acquired. Now we're done. We can now move on from here and we can go to the cannabis course eventually. Not anytime soon. Well, I would like to go soon, but we have a lot of stuff to do. According to my notes, I need a home teleport, and then we are going to go to we're going to go do a bunch of stuff. So let's head on over to Lumbridge. And the first stop on our trip is Bob's Hatchets. You get it? Because like Bob Saget, Bob Hatchet. Some of you don't watch The Price is Right, and it shows. All right, Steel Axe. I'm actually going to buy a couple. That might sound weird, but trust me, it makes sense in my head. Anyways, Clan Wars Teleport. I hate being on non-total level worlds. It actually, I feel, what's the word for it? Not good. Dude, you're 109. Why are you on a regular world? Any Hoosers. Let's go over here. And then what I want to show this off, then we're going to take the Castle Wars Teleport. Only reason I'm showing this off is because I want to. I got distracted because I saw a bar. Castle Wars. Oh my god, we're at Castle Wars. Hell yeah, we're not done yet, dude. We're going even a step further. We're going over to I almost said Clan Wars. We're going over to Anal. So we got to head over to Anal. We want to do a couple of things there. So we're just going to run here. So give me 1 second. I'm actually going to pause until I get there. Oh, fun fact. I'm not on the old school client, but they added a new hotkey. If you press Control M, you can open up the map. I think it's patched by now, but there's a bug. If you have the new rendering on and you hold down, we're gonna do this. I think it was sound effects. Yes. Oh, you guys can't hear it. Hold on. Okay, you should be able to hear it now. Super annoying. But if you hold that down for a minute, you'll crash the world. I think it's a minute. It might be longer, but you can crash the world if you have to specifically be using the new rendering. I don't know why. I'm not going to answer why. But if you're specifically using the new rendering and you hold down and Control M, eventually the world will crash, and it is hilarious. Anyways, what we want to get here is we want to get the Greenman's Ale. I don't think we need we're going to get a couple because knowing my dumbass, I'm going to make a mistake. So I'm going to get a second Greenman's Ale, and I think that's good. And then we're going to head over here to the Hunter shop. Sorry, I have trash I need to throw away, and my cat has an irrational desire to sniff it. Boom. Ooh. Frick it. Very well. If that does only do. Boom, boom, boom. And then, yay. Oh, got frog token. Woo! So we did that. Actually, let's go over here. I forget. What is over here? I saw my cat out. Both IRL and in game. Ooh, flowers actually useful. Let's get a couple of those. I don't actually give many shits about a lot of the things here. No. I'm looking and I'm thinking, no, just the flowers. That's all I really cared about. Okay, let's move on. Oh, there's a jug of water. I actually need that. This will save 0 time, but we're getting it anyways because I want to. And then we're going to bank here, and I do need to head over to one more place. So if we come over here, I want to head to Port Kazard right north here, and I want to get some supplies. So give me 1 second while I head over there. Dude, I just knocked off like 500 things off my list. It feels good. I'm not going to lie to you. Every time I'm in Anal, I get so much PTSD from being here mining Runite ore in RuneScape 3 for my 99 smithing. Or, well, mining and smithing. And I just have so much PTSD here. Because every time I walk by, I'm like, oh god, I need to mine. Rock and stone. I just need to go back to mining. And I just don't. It doesn't leave me with a happy feeling. Not that ironically, mining and smithing is freaking goated in RuneScape 3. Alright, boom. We're buying some swamp paste. Don't know how many we need. I bought 50. We do need some rope. We'll buy 5 rope because we have money to burn. I think we have a knife, but we'll buy one anyways. I think we have everything we need. Boom. All right, cool. We are also going to need some planks. So I am going to go gather up some planks. But okay, I need to get a total of 102. So instead, I'm going to get another 100. So like 4 inventories. Going to do this the same way I did steel plate legs. Pick 2 up, pick them up, hop rolled, repeat. Going to just do this until I get the full 100 I need. Okay, I definitely have plenty. I have more than what I needed. I think this will actually be 131. Just mark it off my list. I got I got enough swamp paste, I got enough ropes. I got I have I have knives, I have chisel and hammer. I do have a chisel, right? Please don't have a chisel. I do. Okay, cool. We are Gucci in the gang. Let's go do this. I think the next thing I need to do is Monk's Friend, which I believe I just need some logs for that. I just need to knock that out real quick. Okay, yeah, we're gonna knock out Monk's Friend. All you need is a log and a jug of water. This is a really good quest to get done early on your Ironman, or really any account, but especially for Ironman. And it's also the reason why I didn't get my fire making up to, or it's the reason why I got my fire making up to 15, and I will show you why once we get the quest done. But you come here to this monastery that looks like my penis, super small with gigantic balls. And you just talk to Brother Omad, and you can get, dude, this candle right here, it's fucking lit, yo. It's fucking lit. This is totally necessary to the plot. Okay, cool. This is really awesome. You get some long runes, which is great. You get a quest point, great. But the main thing we care about is 2,000 woodcutting XP. Gets you all the way up to 13, which is awesome. So I'm going to quickly go and get myself 15 woodcutting. So I'm just going to chop some logs here. That's why we brought my steel axe. Okay, last one. And we are... Oh my god, I thought it was already chopped. Boom, we're good to go. 15 woodcutting. Woo, we can now chop oak logs. Now, the goal is, for anyone who might not already know, to cut oak logs. We're going to be cutting oak logs here. I like to chop them right there, because you see there's a nice little bundle, and then I will go and light them. Okay, now that I have 15 wood cutting, this is the inventory I'm going to bring. I do have my cat following me here. This way it can grow into a full-grown cat and no longer be a little kitty. A little itty kitty. And I'm going to go and chop these oak logs. Like I said, I like to chop the ones over here. And this is the inventory setup I like to bring. You just bring your tinderbox and your axe. You don't need to bring anything else. And because I have my cat out, I do have 3 sardines just to be safe. I always like to have more than one, especially when I'm doing something where I know I'm not going to be near a bank. I mean, yes, I am very close to a bank. Don't get me wrong. I can very easily run there if I need to get more. But I figured just having a bunch is going to be good. So I just realized I'm an idiot. I wanted to go while I was in Lumbridge when I hearthed back to Lumbridge, I wanted to turn in Rune Mysteries so I could get that quest done. I mean, we can do that anytime. We're on the last portion. I was going to go talk to Bob, go to the Wizard's Tower, turn it in, and then move on to here. Okay, last log for... Oh my god, am I seriously one off? Oh, this is funny. We gotta drop one more. This is awkward. This is awkward. It's super bland. Not at all an accident. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, this is the last log. If we can not fail. Boom. 30 fire making, and we are done. And also, good news is our cat is about to grow in like a couple minutes. So that's really okay. First thing I want to do, because it's actually not on my list. Long story short, I was gonna do this to make money. It's fucking dumb, I know. But I realized there's no need to do that, so I can just do it this way. So we're gonna ask for 120 coins. He's gonna say that. We're gonna do 60. Then bing, bang, boom. That's achievement diary done. Boom. So I want to get that out of the way, so I get that one achievement out of the way. Then we want to go and spend a bunch of prayer really quick. Let's do this. It doesn't actually matter. While we are going and doing that, let's check our pets here. Oh my god, we got nothing. I'm just getting a bunch of achievement stuff out of the way. Does not worry. All right, let's go. Okay, no, we did this. All right, cool. Pray. Boom, another achievement done. Then I want to go to the lever. I think that's the other achievement I need to do. Give me 1 second. Yes. So you got to be careful. This will take you to the wilderness. I've said it a million times. I don't actually give a shit if I lose my status. So we are going to do this. Actually, I care about losing my cat more than the wilderness, or more than my status. But, you know, it's the sacrifice we have to make. Oh my God. Fucking scared the shit out of me, bro. I was like, seriously, the one time there's someone actually here. Okay, so the quest we're going to start is Sea Slug. So if we come over here and scroll down, I don't think I've shown you guys, but the only requirement for this quest is, and it's kind of weird. It makes sense when you do the quest, but it's kind of weird considering the requirement or considering the rewards, is 30 fire making, and that's it. There's no combat. It's a super short quest, but it's really good to do early on. All you need is 1 swamp paste, which obviously I bought a bunch, and you need 30 fire makings. Okay, this is the quest done. Sea Slug. Boom, baby. We now get 24 fishing from this, and the oysters I don't really care about. Yeah, this is why this quest is really good. You just gives you 24 fishing right off the bat. And some people might be concerned, like if you're a new player, like, oh, I want to do that. I get 24 fishing. It's great because you skip all the way to trout, which is fly fishing, which is good. Fly fishing is what you want to do for XP. It's like the best XP you can get until you get to level 58, at which point then you unlock a faster fishing method. But I'll go over that later. But you're probably curious, how the heck am I going to actually get my cooking up? Well, you can, and I think I showed it off in the earlier episode, but if I didn't, you can go to Port Sarim, and at the fishing, you can do it here as well. But Port Sarim, in my opinion, is, I think, the best place to do it. There might be a better place, but I find Port Sarim the best. Here, this guy right here sells raw sardines that restock like super quickly. So you can come here, buy the raw sardines, run over to this house, cook them on a range so you have a better chance of not burning them, and repeat. I typically like to do this until the point where I can cook trout. Okay, the next quest I'm going to do is Hazel Colt, and you can actually do 2 sides of this. It doesn't really matter which one you go down. I like to side with I guess you could call them the bad guys, but the Colt. The reason I like to do this is because you can do it early on without needing to do any combat. If you side with like this guy with Cyril, you have to do combat, but if you side with the Colt, you get no combat. It's just like running around doing stuff. So, and I believe after this cutscene, you get to worship the almighty Zeal, who is a, oh my god, I forgot what they're called. But one of those guys, Majorat. There you go, he's a Majorat. And boom, Hazel Colt completed. We now have level 14 thieving. Hell yeah, brother. There's another quest I want to do before I go and move on. Okay, so the next quest we're going to do is actually a dangerous one, and it is Fight Arena. The reason I say there's a good chance I'll die is that these guys can actually do damage. You can save spot everything, but there's a good chance I'm an idiot and I die. Okay, bouncer down. Now, Khazard is going to spawn aggressively. So we want to get the heck out of here. I'm sure they fixed the quest bug where you could spawn 1,000,000 of them if you keep the dialogue box open or something. But we are running. Oh, God. That was close. I ate. I don't know if it was the right decision, but I ate there because... Okay, let's find out. Okay, according to the wiki, his max is a 9. Oh my god, we could have died anyway. Yeah, we got chance, bro. Anyways, this is this done. We get 2,000 more thieving XP, which is what I cared about. We also get a bunch of attack XP, which is nice. We're now level 29 attack. Hell yeah, brother. That's super good. And I forgot. Well, that was actually very quick. I did 1 inventory and I need to get 4 more bread. Then I go and get 3 in a row, thieve like 4 more cakes, and then I get the last bread. So super awesome. We now have all 11 bread that I need. So that is awesome. We did get 21 thieving, as you can see here. We are not really, but a little close. We have basic inventory cake. Super awesome. Okay, so first thing I want to snag is actually over here. I'm gonna need some. We're gonna go to the, I think it's the barman. Yeah, no. I'm gonna talk to you. Boom, this guy. Heckle. Okay, so we want to get a bunch of stuff here. I don't think we need any more bucket milk. So we're gonna get the chocolate. We're gonna get dwellberries. We're actually gonna get a couple of chocolate. We need a cocktail shaker. We need cocktail glass. We need pineapple. orange, and 2 lemons. I forgot to bring a knife, so we'll get another one. And then we need 3 vodka. And then we're going to mix the cocktail. We're going to make a fruit blast. Boom. And then we're going to turn this into slices. And we're going to pour. We have a fruit blast, and we have our 3 vodka. All right, let's start Plague City. It is literally the next day. What happened to her? I had work. I ate some food, and now we're here. So let's do this, boys. I got all the materials while I was at the, I think I talked about, but I got all the materials while I was at the Grand Tree. In case you're curious what I got over there. There we go. We need to use these buckets of water on the patch. Oh, I need to talk to it again. Hold on. Boo Boo Bear, hi there. Daddy Edmund, can you please help pull on this nice big rope for me? Yoink. Bot ass name. And this is Plague City completed. We get a teleport scroll. Teaches how to go to our Dogony. And then we also get 15 mining from this. Hell yeah. Okay, now to safe spot these guys, because you have to kill them. It's not really a safe spot. I guess it kind of is. It depends on the guy, but you just like sit here and back, and they shouldn't come to you. And I'd say it's kind of a safe spot because they don't actually run. They just hide in the corner. So while I feel like it does categorize itself as a safe spot, it's not a safe spot in the sense of like, oh yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta, they're trying to attack you. Okay, we have everything in biohazard completed except for, turning it in. So what I'm going to do is a couple things. I need to do these things, so we're going to knock them out of the way. First things first, while it is not efficient, I'm doing it because I know I'm going to forget. I'm going to head over to the Wizard's Tower, and I'm going to turn in Rune Mysteries because we literally have to get it done. Okay, I believe if I talk to this guy. Bing, bang, boom. Once he's done talking, yes. There we go. Quest complete. Rune Mysteries complete. Nice. Now, what I want to do is I want to get Rusty Swords. So we're going to have to go to the Ham hideout. This is why I waited until now to do this. I technically could have done this earlier, but I had to spend time actually thieving, and that's boring. Would have rather done Fight Arena and everything else to get up to 20. So I'm going to go to the Ham hideout, which is right over here. Technically would have been more efficient for me to run here, do this, run here, turn in this, and then teleport back to Artie. But that's not what we're going to do because I knew I would forget. So I'm going to run over to the Ham hideout, and I'm going to pickpocket them. We want to get 2. The reason you want to get 2 is because there's a chance that it'll fail. So you always want to get 2 Rusty Swords. I have gambled on only getting 1 if it gets super annoying, and I just, took a little bit, but we finally got it. Nice. All right. Let's head on over. We're going to group teleport to Fishing Trawler. That's where we need to head next. This will take us, we need, I think it's 5 fishing for this. And this guy here, give him the sword. He'll turn your swords into random ones. I think you can get up the mithril, which will be awesome. So 100 coins, there you go. Well, black sword, nice. I want to see if he'll turn one of them into nothing. I know we actually got stuff. All right, I'm dropping them, I don't really care. Boom, that's what we do. That's a diary achievement. The other diary achievement is to actually do a game of Fishing Trawler. So we're going to do that. I do want to go and put... God, I got a lot of... Okay, second to last thing we need to do is we come into here. I don't know why it... Ask this guy to teleport us. He'll teleport you. You need to have Rune Mysteries done in order to do this. Then we can just leave via any of the exits. Here. Okay, now we just have to talk to King Lathis. And then he will tell us a bunch of bullshit. That's lies. It's liberal propaganda. Don't listen to it. And then boom, get biohazard completed. And we get 25 thieving. Perfectly timed. What can I say? I actually don't know if this is perfectly. I kind of don't really give a crap. Anyways, actually it is. It's pretty good time because now we have 25 thieving, which means we can thieve from the fruit stall, which is going to be our primary thieving method up until level 40 something. Then we're going to quest all the way up to 50. And then from there, we'll be able to do really cool thieving. Actually, while I run, why don't I explain what diaries are? So if you come over to this tab and click on the green thing here, you'll see achievement diaries. Achievement diaries are just like a set of quests or a set of like just tasks you need to do in order to complete them. And whenever you complete a tier, you get a reward. Now, these rewards are very, just depending on the area, etc., etc. It tells you where you can get it. The cool thing, or the best reason why you want to complete the Artie Diary ASAP, it's one of the easiest areas to complete, but there's a really good reason why. And it's the item you get. You get a cape, which the cape in itself is okay. It has prayer bonus on it, so it's better than anything you're going to wear early on. But the main point of it, though, is what it can do, which is what I'll show you guys later. But if you talk to them, you'll see this cape, boom. See, it has infinite teleportation. You can go and click here to the monastery teleport, and it'll teleport you all the way down here for free, as many times as you want. This is a really good place to teleport. It's right next to an altar, right next to some iron ore, right next to some coal ore, right next to a bush patch, right next to Artie, which is really nice. And the even better part is early on, it's a decent fairy ring teleport. So this is a pretty common way for people to get to fairy rings. Okay, I'm actually super close to a health level, so I'm going to kill some of these goblins because I really want 12 HP for this quest. Those you don't know, I think the one of the enemies I think they can max an 11 on you. If you have 12 HP, they can't one-shot you. Oh my god, I forgot to record. I just did the entire thing without dying. And I showed off how to do it and everything. Oh my god, I feel bad. What is this? Boom. And then last, we use the amulet on Galariel. It'll raise the ground up. And then we use the urn on the chalice. You don't just take the treasure. And bing, bam, boom, bada, bam. You get 1370 strength and attack XP. This is enough to get you up to base 30. So we're going to have 30 attack and 30 strength and 40 attack. We now can use rune weaponry, and we still have 12 attack. It's awesome. We get some diamonds. I think those are actually useful. So that is everything I wanted to accomplish in this first episode. We got waterfall quests completed. We have a total level of 296. We have 40 attack, 30 strength, 13 magic, 25 thieving, 40 agility. We accomplished some stuff. There is definitely more I want to do, but I figure for an intro episode, I want to keep it a little bit short and sweet. I have a bad habit of going absolutely crazy on first episodes of series and just getting like 99s and stuff, especially when it comes to old school. So I want to kind of slow down a bit and enjoy the journey and not go too sweaty. I'm still going to be myself, but I'm going to enjoy the game a bit. And I'm not going to go too crazy. But we got the Artie cloak done. We got, some basic stuff. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed. If not, don't worry. I will still be making videos on this series. So don't care. Have a good one.